Biafra, non-violence, non-exodus. I don't know. Nobody is supposed to die. And the other one was supposed to first, but I'm a Bidoria. I'm a Nanka, name ya, oh, him to Bidoria. See, I said, the Abu, see, Buomo. Oh, no, John, I told my camera Bidoria. So, Madame, Majama, Moyana, Maja. Why am I Maja? Now, one country, son of exile. You know, now what I believe in. Anyway, freedom of speech, freedom of association, right to self-determination. No, I can name it through non-violence. Deviated from my principle of non-violence. Be the working mother, Moswaiwe, no matter, Scabueno mother, Gatinap or mother, and the spirit of Biafra gave boom. But as long as non-violence, they won't even encourage to go and do any criminal acts. Alright.
Daluno Igbo Munu the Mozo, Almasi Koyechiri, yes, because Yazelo. Before we jump into today's topic, Biko Anma do Biko Metoni Makan subscribe button because that's the only way you can encourage and support us. You see, a lot of things has been happening, and here is where Mazi Uwazuruike want to debunk a lot of things, a lot of speculation that people had about him. Yes, Mazi Uwazuruike apụtago n'internet simba na nke a na-ekwu na abụrụ ya n'aka mmadụ kwa na ke na mesokwe menke na ke kwa ihe dị mbụ emebuo na mbụ keshkọ n'otu a wee motu a ka o nwee ike kọwa onwe ya maka ndị na-aghọtaghị ya ma maka ndị ghọtaghị ya na something they didn't know about. You know, Mazi Uwazuruike have been, one way or the other, being a pilot of the Biafran movement some years ago. But despite how it is today, based on Nigeria, a lot of things has happened. But enwezi ife ndị ọzọ megasịrị na kemgbe aha, you know, a lot of people abịazie ozi afịa n'ọnụ osimba ekwulekwu mere ọnụ kama ka okwugoni maka na ọkụkọ si ife mere ọ na-eji eti mkpọ bụrụ na ife ji ya na-egagharị ya kama ọka ụwa nụrụ ya. So he decided to come out to debunk a lot of speculation towards him. But before we dive into the video, biko Igbo Munu the Mozo, askwa m konye shikure, say yes hello, do, biko sunu metoni maka na subscribe button and don't forget to share this video to your friends and loved ones because atom kuno jiden into unu grene ife Mazi Uwazuruike kwuru. Omego Ifana say I have washed my hand out from the death of the Portus pilot. So sit tight and watch this video to the end and don't forget to click your subscribe button. Thank you.
Mwa kuburu na mapụtakwa na Facebook ikwu okwu again. Mana m nọkọtara sị ka m bịa kwuo nke a ka m were ọwasịara ndị na-aghọta anụ. Maka na sị na agwa ofu onye hụrụ wụrụ ya eke na mmadụ na-amara kọwara ya. Ahụrụ na ndị mmadụ nọ na-ekwu na Facebook na maka na Nnamdi Kanu nọ na nga, Simon Ekpa nọ na nga, na Uwazuruike bịa chie prime minister na ọ chọrọ ibido Biafra again. Nonsense. Ka m ga-eme ma bido Biafra again. For what? Enweghị dị otu ahụ. Achọrọ m peace in the southeast more than if ndị a niile na-ekwu ihe a. Maka mụ nwa na southeast ebe a. Majority of ndị a na-ekwu ihe a na outside. Kedu ihe a na-ebido n'isi? Kedu ihe a na-ebido n'isi taa? Ebe a n'Igbo na-agbagharagara kabwesh. Chukwu eme ụlọ abịa ụgbọ dịka udo ọnọ. Akwụkwọ mgbe mmadụ ga-abịa iti ọgbaghara. Isi ọ dịka onye aha mma. Otu a gbara Christmas a gasịrị aga n'udo, obiọma na-akpa m. Maka na Nnamdi Kanu anọ ya, Simon Ekpa anọ ya, ma abịa bido ọgbaghara. For what? In anyị mere na 38, ihe anyị mere I bido since 7 years ago. Na-eme every year. Can you release? I dechiri m ya maka ihe m na-chọrọ ikwu ugbu a. Onye izizi bụrụ our prime minister 7 years ago bụ onye na-akpọ Lambert Obika Izu from Olo. The second person bụ na prime minister bụ Chinedu Ama-Ifeobi from Delta State. The third person bụ onye na-akpọ Michael Mbaju from Rivers State. The fourth person was Mrs. Calista Amambu from Anambra State. The fifth person was Mrs. Precious Uwazuruike from Abia State. The sixth person was Mrs. Virginia Ubezuonu from Newi, Anambra State. This seventh person was Callistus Eze from Imo State here. Ndị a niile eswechara in otu anyị siri mee nke Callistus a. Enweghị dị iche anyị mere. Throughout these 7 years a na-eme ha, anyị tọpụla gọọmenti Nigeria. Ka e nwere onye si na ya nọ na be ya abịa mee ya arrest. Si ya ngwa ya kwụọ tax ma ya mee nka ma ọ mee nka. Ya ha jiri na-aga ido onwe anyị as an organization. Onwe ga-anọkịta si na like na video mmele last time si lekwa ebe a kọsụrụ agba agara si na ndị masọ bụ kọsụrụ ya na Imo State sorry na South East. So enweghị ọmamọ ndị iru anyị na-abịa na-esoju okwu dị otu a na Nnamdi Kanu anọghị ugbu a Simon Uwazuruike ebulie. For what? I'm ebulie for what? Ka gịnị mee? Some people like one man onye Enugu State gbara agwọ n'ogene ka ihe a na-akpọda man nke white bia anụnwa ọ dịka na Germany ka obi asa atụrụ gbara izu ka asị gịnị ha na-akpọda man. Ọ sị na Uwazuruike na agụụ na-agụ ya na because economy is bad na ego nwere agwụla. This man na Anambra onye Enugu na ụlọ ọmazụ ya somebody obi na oshi from Germany nata arụsị gbara izu ka asị na-eme ahụ ọnụ dị white na-akọ nnọọ na-apụtasị na ihe m ji aji na-eme Biafra maka ego. Please, ọ dị maka nkọwara ụlọ ọfụma. Enwe ndị ji maka Biafra na-akpata ego ọnwụ Uwazuruike. M gara India na 1982. 1982 m gara India was a self-sponsored student. Nne m na nna m enweghị ego ise ndị ume abroad ịzụbụ m ibu na Nigeria ma ọfụkwa nke ga abroad. Akụziri m nkụzi na Kano wee ego na Kano. From Kano ka m si gawa Lagos, from Lagos gawa India. Nne m na nna m ama ha mgbe m gara India ha ji ha ego. So due to my nature, the nature of my studentship or my scholarship, I had to start business in India. Now, so ya na-akpọsarị efe ndị India nụwa na nke a na-agba n'aka anyị na-akpọ imitation jewelries na-ebulata Nigeria. Enwe ha na holidays wee buru ihe ndị a nata Nigeria mpecha ya mewere eze ego m ji akwụ ụgwọ school fees m na India laghachikwa India. Emegide mebudowe ya na-akpọ surgical equipment na-ebulata na Ọnịsha ka a ga-ere surgical equipment m butere from India because ihe ndị ahụ by cargo. From there, we pay into investment, na lands, na all these buildings. Majority of all through the process, I waste a lot of money because all of them now so they appreciate. If you don't get me to don't help us Biafra, all these houses started appreciating. So when you take a bit of Biafra now because of Ago and Agom. And the main issue in Biafra was in 1999. From 1998, we will go to Obasanjo. Obasanjo was president. Olungwana considered to his cabinet. Among the service chiefs, the work of Obasanjo the 6 service chiefs, and the constitution of Nigeria, each service chief is supposed to be from one zone, from each zone. So Obasanjo and Igbo, people like Ekweme, Nanjo say people against it. Obasanjo say a people defeated in a war are not supposed to speak for 200 years. Ya ko Jono Bonamtin Dongwa. Obasanjo Kuriyasina. A people defeated in a war are not supposed to speak in 200 years. If you don't know, I'm so okay, fine. They can go Biafra, Ghana before. Kai Joseph Biafra now. That was how I started Biafra on my own, in my house at Agitation. That was how I started. I started from Biafra National as at that time. I made in business, importation, as a lawyer for over 10 years. I had money and access. My return on investment for 1 year, my sub-organization cannot raise it in 10 years. I repeat, my ROI, return on investment for 1 year, my organization cannot raise it in 10 years. So if you ask me, Uwazuruike, Macau, Ego, myself, Ego, I can stop getting this. Without being modest, and when some investments will tap down my head handle. Not get to with the hand because investment my hobby. And like I say, because of Uwazuruike as a self-sponsored student. Man, big like I'm just from Nigeria. Every time I want a holidays, Malata Nigeria. I am large India, Canada, self-sponsored student. No, I'll be my land investment because of the profit will take an investment. In the next 1 year, for the share, yeah, twice. Or more, they do my organization, not the way around. So when I say, Makalego Magula, Agom, forget about that, leave that angle. I invite you, that man. I'm a make I'm the question with my as I'll get it to something to but do not eat this thing. Somebody to when I blessed on Hana Nigerian speaks Hana Pakore. You understand? I invite you, come to where? Come, I invite you as a brother. When we're with you, we will gather when piano where. If you are one or two of your friends, all able now, okay, Pia. Can take it around. The way him to enter, they took a go muru, India. I won't want to go, but I'm not putting them with the riches. I go and I come, myself cannot feed me. Myself, I will go like uncle last time. Before I become myself, pull on in more offices, myself, everywhere which hold on. Honestly, now I share put on Japo. The first little Biafra when I Washington DC or more. Even the Bible time, Maryland, aside the word Biafra house in Maryland. $20,000 who says that Maryland, don't know how they Maryland every the money. If it was there, London, that I may pay a little Biafra. Money, Jacob, come down and that's what people talk about Uwazuruike before. And one boy I told him Uwazuruike ₦1 before. Because I don't need it. It didn't draw me. I don't think what you know for me. Makasa Koro Egoro. More I need peace in the south is more than any other person. Because I'm living here. Everyone has to come and someone say, I will write petition. Go and give the government that arrest you and put you in for life imprisonment. I don't deserve life imprisonment. What I deserve is death. Because my commander, Ifeanyi, was shot in my presence. He was full of life at Omololo. If there was somebody to die, it should be me. Because he died for something he didn't know anything about. On what did that's natural on what suppose. So don't threaten me about writing petition. I won't be here. Throughout India, we should have or non-government as a CSA and Africa. Where back I'm not. You won't go on your Jonato. And I see the petition. Do you think a freedom fighter who is not ready to die or go to prison for what he believes in is fake? It's fake. I'm not afraid. Do you understand it? My first casualty, Gabriel Ogu, that was shot at Aba. Okay, got declared as Biafra, Naba, 2000. May 22. The boy I got the flag on West. After I had left, I got I kissed his corpse. Doing Sheba, come on, make it the way here. Hapoga, give boom, that's your spirit boom. You understand? Well, Uncle Korea, get the logos, come and make it the way here, Biafra, the first casualty, come Kalash was straight to boom. Egwana happen. So good night, Nasim. In my death petition, got life imprisonment, and so what about that? But that's not the issue. The issue that I want peace. That was why, from day one, you see, Biafra, non-violence, non-exodus. I don't matter. Nobody's supposed to die. And that one was supposed to first, but come on, Victoria. I'm a man down, me mayor, oh, him to Victoria. See, I said, that was a sick woman. Oh, no, John, I told my camera Victoria. So I, Madame, Majama, oh, Majama. Well, I'm a man. I one country, son of exile. You know, my territory will be a woman. Now, what I believe in. Then freedom of speech, freedom of association, right to self-determination. No, I can name it. Through non-violence. Mboga deviated from my principle of non-violence. Be the wedding mother. Moswaiwe. No matter. Scabueno mother. Got enough on mother. All the and the spirit of Biafra, they boom. But as long as no non-violence, they want them encouraged to go and do any criminal act. No woman naturally may when him get the weapon. Look, I'm not against what these people may criticize them. I love you guys. Like this woman, blessed them. That woman, I love that woman. I don't miss any of her programs because she's very objective. Very objective. I started following her. But in Israel, I will follow her. I follow Ijele Speaks. No matter every time when I call me and all that, I still love you. Because I share your sentiments. And when I go, against all these people who are God. All these people outside now contribute to the syndrome. Putra Hebe, Putra Hambo, Saha, Putra Hankrumbini, Hamuchahana, Kosawala, then abroad. These are the people I'm against. And they must desist. You must stop. If you don't stop, no problem. And they're going to work out only more here, saying I fight for Biafra. You are wasting your time. It's not Biafra you are fighting for. Because if I fight for Biafra, only more I can fight for Biafra. But through non-violence, I get my people, so somebody can say, no, I don't want to hear the word Biafra. You are right. But Uwazuruike wants to hear the word Biafra. You can't stop me. In as much as I can't stop you from saying that you don't want to hear about Biafra, you can't also stop me from saying I want to talk about Biafra. The only difference is that I will never engage in violence or in criminality. That's the only thing. But you can't threaten me with anything. So I'm saying, very well. So I couldn't know what I see of please. That's where I will end for now. Thank you.
I think when I go come and if after time we no gonna watch any this video. You see, a lot of things have happened of recent and of lately. You know about the Mazi, the Uwazuruike and the Biafran group, and you know a lot of things have happened, and many feel like she's still there are still contribution going up on his name, and you can hear how he started his early life and how he tried so much to touch a bamboo as in Woke and as Igbo Obo. But even when he could hear that Oku Biafra the Kokumiri, yes, on agwagwo ka ị na-ekwu ya ka ị na-agakwu mmụọ. That just it. Maka na amamihe dị behind Biafra dịka oke ọhịa na-awacha awacha. The Igbos have been the the great ancient people that God created. And the Adam Noah, the only people that God created completely is the Igbos. Yes, the Biafra, because they are the only people who speak the heavens language, the language that God understands. That's the Igbo. We speak the real language of the heaven. So when I say that we are the ancients of the world, I didn't make mistake, because if you have been listening to my previous video, if you have been watching my previous video, you will see I have said that countless time, and you will see I have already, given a clip where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu itself, the Onyendu of the Biafra nation, said it in one of his clips. But that's not the border of contention here. I still have some other clip where he was trying to explain to us how US was being formed and the real people who are the US, and you see a lot of things about the world that we don't understand. That's why they remove history in the curriculum, so that you would know that they don't want you to know. Ọ dị ka ama m otu m ga-esi describe ya ka unu nwee ike ịghọta ya. Mba, m na-atụ otu m ga-esi describe ya ka unu nwee ike ịghọta the spirituality, ka unu nwee ike ịghọta the philosophy not behind Biafra as a nation or as a whole. Or something ibiro from small, and if we go, we have all hear what Uwazuruike said, and we can all hear when he said that Obasanjo made this comment. And that's why even till today they can't come boldly to associate with Biafra or to associate with Igbo man, and they are feeling so big to say sorry to this particular group of people, because they know within themselves they have already offended these people, and that's why they are trying so hard to make sure that nobody from the Igbo land will become the president of Nigeria. They are working so hard to see that, to ensure that that happened to them. But regardless of everything, aga agbanichukwu ọgụ. Yes, onye ka mmadụ ma n'ihe mana mmụọ ma n'ozuzo. So anyị karịrị ha. Yes, anyị ka afa ncha, maka na onye sonye Chukwu okike abịa Emmanuel n'ụjọ adịghị atụ ya. Yes, maka na ebiri mmiri tụcha oje zuru ike. Yes, because after the end of the day, everybody will go and rest. Then ụmụ Chukwu okike abịa ma nwekwe mmeri. So you see a lot of things that we really need to point out, that our people really need to know about this Biafra and situation of a thing. And the more we keep going plain, and the more we being transparent to one another and accountability in all we do, the better we are getting everything right. Because Biafra nation is what we want to build, where there will be no security, there will be no army, there will be no soldier, there will be no air force or any form of military in it. It will be a place that your brother will tell you this is color A or color white, and even though you go gonna go na dibia nwaraga, you can kwaso color white. That's the nation that we want to build. So the more we keep coming out transparently, we keep our integrity tight, we build. That's the more we build the nation that we want for ourselves. A nation that at the end of the day, our children will know that yes, our sweat and blood, what we are doing, those that have already died in the course of this pursuits of Biafra, we know that their blood did not go in vain. They will know that yes, at the end of the day, what they sacrificed for, yes, it was the right decision for them, because they know that their children, the next generation will be enjoying that. So it's a wake-up call for everybody, that the more we keep on ourselves plain and support one another, the better for us. So Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ, ana m asịkwa na ka onye chidi ya zere. Biko onye chụpụbele imetụrụ m aka na share button, because that's the only way you can encourage and support us. Thank you and God bless.